we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Huskers will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Oregon Ducks offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to...
The defense sort of hurls this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
All right, guys, let's think big picture for Oregon. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and, man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Running back searching for a hole. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Looking for a man, it's Raiola. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
That's just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Snap it to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Whittington. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give out of the gun. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
The toss sweep to the right. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
3rd and short, there's a lot of ways to get it in the run game. You're not just going to hand it off and go power. How about the toss play? Getting the ball in the hands of the tailback quickly, and he's able to skirt his way to get the first.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Fires to the wideout. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack, and I think...
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Hard-hitting tackle. It'll be 3rd and long. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Moore will throw. Quick completion on the out route. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll snap the ball. 1st play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Key. Oh, there's the ball. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Got it behind the line. It's Moore.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's in open space downfield. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And you're trying to get the ball to your running back in space, and a really good job tossing it on the perimeter. What do you need? You need to set the edge. You got to do a good job with your offensive line. And then you need perimeter blocking out wide to hold their own. Do a good job, hold their own. Nice.
Got some room, heading to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. And the extra point was good to finish things off.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hunter. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And the Huskers send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. Fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. A first down for the offense. With jet sweep pass. Got room to work. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The Ducks have their offense in high gear. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Good completion on the out. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. The Ducks will keep this drive going.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat. Looking for a big play. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic.
Turning it on. Oh, what a cut. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
The Cornhuskers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll give it to Johnson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Raiola. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Got it set up on the outside, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Huskers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quarterback keeps it. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the Ducks get enough to move the chains.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Moore to the air. Bring in the heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. A quick pass to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Toss sweep right. Finds a little space. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Huskers will punt it away on fourth down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Moore will throw. They're working that left side. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Got a man. It's Hughes. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. That's caught. It's Whittington. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way, but
oh, he's got some space. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Dead center perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One more snap coming before halftime. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in Autzen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
you ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Got him downfield. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there. Gets it to the 30. It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue.
Breaks into the open. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get him.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Husker! They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. DB's right up on the receivers. Slams ahead. He goes airborne, and he's in there for the two-point conversion. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Moore to the air. Got a man. It's low. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now at wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger gain.
Nice move to pick up yardage. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Hughes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Ducks had this offense rolling. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's Benson. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quickly out to the tight end. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Leaves it with the running back. Noses his way forward. Maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a shot.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And how about they change up the option look, run the option, but the receiver is the pitch man. And when he gets it, he does what he does best. Turn the afterburners on and takes it to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game. But at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hunter. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Pressure coming. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Moore will throw. Fires left. He makes a catch. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got the quick pass. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Ducks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. He has 60 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
And that is not the 3rd down they were looking for. Going backwards now, big-time decision on 4th down.
No question about it. That can certainly rattle your resolve to go for the touchdown. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Now on the move. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Release to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows.
Couldn't find his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking for a crease, it's Whittington. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Casper. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Going up top. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. All down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Trying play action. Rushes on him. Stands in and takes the hit. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. Oh, a lot of space. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Caught over the middle. It's Hunter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw. It's Raiola. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Shoots it to the left. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll pull it on the read. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Direct snap. Running into the open space. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Markway. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Huskers are on the move. The give to the tailback. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where.
Looking to convert the 2, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his big tight end. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The toss to the outside. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football, and creating a negative play.
The RPO, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Moore to the air. The short hand, it's Hughes. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
You're seeing a lot of confidence out of this quarterback now. 3 for 3 on this 2-minute drive. He understands that he needs to step up if his team's going to win this game, and he's playing his best football right now.
The play action fake. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
And the offensive line has to do a better job protecting their man. It's 4th down. He needs some time to make a play. The defense brings the blitz, beats the offensive line, and gets the big sack.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Moore will throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's low. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last 1st down. Let's see what they have here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Now adjusting. With the catch, it's Whittington. Bounced off his feet.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
He's now piled up 68 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Hughes. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Makes the catch. It's Moore. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
And QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Gonna run it. It's Whittington. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. And it is splits the uprights on the chip shot. They took it right down to the wire. Final game of the season, but they are now bowl eligible, and they can cash in on those extra practices and bonding time.
It's really a great moment. Like, you work so hard, and listen, this team, the season didn't go exactly how they wanted it to go, but to end on a high note is really good. And yes, Palmer, talking about those moments, the free vacation, the hotel, the new spot, the new things you get to do, the practice is fine, but extra time with your boys.
No doubt about it. Memories that will last a lifetime. The bowl experience is something today in the college football playoff that gets overlooked a lot, but it still means so much to these players. They worked so hard this offseason. You're right. It was a